Welcome to my new video. In this new video we're going to install Fedora Server 42 with a custom BTRFS Strorage Configuration. I also explain some basic disk commands. The first thing we do is to boot up the system with a USB stick with Fedora Server 42. I come back when the system is booted up. We start the setup with language. English United States. You see here we install Fedora Server and the other side Fedora 42. Continue. First we do the keyboard. Because I live in Belgium, I have an AZERTY keyboard, so I do +, Belgium, add, and I remove English, minus, done. Language, that's already okay, done. Time and date, see here for me Europe, Brussels, that's okay. If not okay, you can change that here. Done. Then root account. Enable root account. Password. And confirm the password. Done. User creation. Name. The username, for me that's okay, you can change that if you want. Password. Confirm the password. You see here add administrative privileges, so that means you can use the root and require a password. Okay, done. Done. Installation source. For me that's okay, auto detected, but here you can choose network or an ISO. Okay. Software selection, we do Fedora Server. If you want extra software, you can select it here, but for me that's okay for now. Done. Installation destination, we wait a little bit. The network, I have two networks, one unplugged and one, you see here, later we have 192.168.129.9. That's the IP address for the server. Done. Now we do the installation destination. Now we are ready to configure the installation destination. We have 4 disks. The latest is the USB stick with the Fedora ISO, so we cannot use that. We have a 4 TB hard disk, a 250 NVMe, and a 1 TB NVMe. I want to use this one to install Fedora Server. We select it and we select custom, because in the previous video we used LVM. In this video we're going to use BTRFS. So custom, done. We have the window here. We open this. This is the system from last video. I'm going to remove that. See, delete all file systems. Yes, delete it. Everything is gone. We change LVM to BTRFS and click here to create them automatically. So what she do? She create a BTRF file system, a boot FE, and a boot, and a root. We select the root here, BTRFS Fedora. That's okay. We do the plus, and we create home. We don't need to enter the size. I'm going to see that in a minute. At mount point, you see the home is also 929.93. So the home and the root are the same amount of gigabytes. So, get plus. Now we create var. The size is not needed. At mount point, see here, var. Also, the size is again 929.93. So the three BTRFS are the same gigabytes. They are flexible. So, example, if you put a file in the home directory gonna drop the free space, but also the root and the var gonna drop the free space. It seems to be okay. So we have home, we have the head BTRFS, the root, the var, the EFI and the boot. We can do done. Here you see what's he going to remove and what's he going to create. Accept changes, and we are ready to begin installation. I start the installation. It's going to take some time. I speed up the video and come back when everything is ready to boot up. The installation is complete. We can reboot the system. See that here. I remove the USB stick with the Fedora ISO and click on reboot system. The system gonna reboot. I come back when it's finished. The system is now rebooted and we can log in. Now we go to our Windows PC and do an SSH connection. We are ready now to do an SSH connection. You see the IP address and the username. You see, the first time we have an error. We need to edit the .ssh known host file. Opened the .ssh file with notepad++, and every item with 192.168.129.9 you have to remove. So from here all until the end we delete. We save it and we can go back to our SSH command line. We can try to log in again. See, this time it's okay. We need to accept the fingerprint. Yes. Password. And we are in. Now I'm going to explain some commands. We need to root access to run this command. So we do su password. You see we have root access. The first command is fdisk. You see our 4 terabyte hard drive, our 250 gigabyte NVMe, and our 1 terabyte NVMe. See 1, 2, 3 partitions: the EFI, the boot, and the Linux file system. We have also a swap file. Second command is lsblk. See again hard disk, the swap file, the 250 NVMe, and the 1 terabyte NVMe. You see, we have also var, home, and root in one partition. Have the same command with the F parameter. See, we have more options here. As you can see, the third partition from the NVMe from 1 terabyte is now BTRFS with UID and 927 gigabyte. The var, the home, and the root directory are all inside this BTRFS file system. The next command is blkid. Again, the third partition, it here, 1, 2, 3, the hard disk and the swap file. Next, I'll show you the fstab file. Copy the command, cat etc fstab. See, we have a root, boot, and AV like before, but again, home and var. One special thing, you see the UID from the root here, the UID from home here, and the UID from var here are all three the same. 1, 2, 3. We have here sub-volumes. You see, the first is sub-volume root, sub-volume home, and sub-volume var. These three directories are flexible. That means if you put something inside, for example, the home, a big file, the amount of free gonna drop, but also the root and the var are gonna drop with the same amount. We're gonna see that later. The next command is df. Again, the root, the var, and the home. You see, the same amount of available. At the same height, the same. Now we do df with capital T. We have more options here. And with H. That's more readable. You see, the boot is 930, the var is also 930, and the home is also 930 gigabyte on a 1 terabyte drive. The last command I want to show you is the mount. Copy it. What I do, mount, then grep, start with /def. You see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now. You see, we have 1, 2, 3 from the same file system, the root, the home, and the var. Also, all BTRFS. Now, I'm going to download a big file, and we're going to see what happened to our three directories. What happened to the root, happened to the home, and what happened to the var. We open a new tab and do SSH to our server. Password. And we are in. Now I have the command get and the link to the Fedora ISO for server 42. I'm going to download it. It's going to take a minute. I speed up the video and I'll come back when everything is ready. So the download is complete. We downloaded 2.72 gigabyte. I do lsO. See, that's the home directory. If we go now to the first tab and we do again the dfth, you're going to see here we have available 928. Here we have available 925. And we nothing put inside the root. We put it in the home. So you see home, root, home, and var are the same amount available. That's why BTRFS is a flexible file system. So this is the end of the video. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe and give a thumbs up. See you later. Thank you very much.